All right, guys, so we are moving the offices. I want to show you what those look like. But first, before everybody leaves, we got the trailer loaded again for a second round. All the office stuff. My car has some mirrors that we had in storage in it. And then we've got another truck with the desk pieces on it. Well, some of the desk pieces, and then the others are in there. And then these guys are our helpers. They are headed over to Nordic. So I want to give you a quick tour of what the offices look like now. We've got empty. You probably didn't know there was a sink behind my desk this whole time, but there was. So everything's pretty much empty. The storage room, we more or less had emptied out before, but we got a little bit more. This stuff all got set over here because a lot of it's going to stay with the building. It's like paint that matches and things like that. And then, yeah, this room is empty too. So up here is now pretty much emptied out. We're going to head over to Nordic. We're going to unload this stuff and we're going to put the desks back together, reassemble things, get stuff in the right office. Yeah, so that'll be exciting. The exciting part is yet to come as we head over to Nordic and get this all moved over there. So we'll warp in time here a little bit and we'll show you what it looks like when we start getting stuff set up over there. All right, guys, I'm going to show you things a little bit backwards just because I'm already upstairs. The moving in of the office stuff went super quickly, super efficient, really, really well. And so I couldn't even vlog because it was that fast. It literally just went so fast. So I'll show you down there in a minute. But while we're upstairs, I wanted to show you what we have going on up here. The left side of the hallway when you come up the stairs, just to give you a reference point. This will be the Blue studio here. It's getting clean. You can kind of see like where, this is just from them cleaning. I'm guessing they started over here. Mop was cleaner and it got dirtier, I guess. I don't know. You can kind of see that line there. So the floor is still a little bit cloudy in some places. So probably just another once over. You know, we're just kind of focused on the floors and not getting any of this other stuff, which obviously that's just going to fall to the floor. So we're going to encourage them to, you know, really go top down with it and wipe the windowsills, you know, all these little ledges and stuff like that as well, so that then that stuff just doesn't fall on the floor, right? And it's hard for us, obviously, to move anything in until we get everything clean. So let's show you gray as well. So these four over here, blue, gray, which you're looking at now, black, and pink, are all about at the same place. The floors are still kind of cloudy, kind of dirty. There's still some paint touch-ups that need to happen on walls and different places. HVAC units are still kind of struggling to keep up a little bit. You can see we're just really humid in the building, 62% humidity with the air running like crazy. So there's some HVAC adjustments that need to be happening as well. But for the most part, ceiling's done, floor's done. The halls and stuff are just filthy. Like, I mean, this is just that's gonna be a project. Just a lot of cleaning in the hallways yet. But they haven't even started that. But here's black. So probably one more once over on these floors. Here's pink. You can kind of see, just cloudy, a little streaky here and there. I don't know. You can kind of see that. And then we already looked at blue, I guess. So that one's pretty good. Actually, planning on having our team week, our competition team week that starts tonight, actually, over here at Nordic. But we don't have the final inspection on the building done yet, so for safety reasons, it just doesn't make sense. And obviously, the space is just not ready either for us to be able to come in, put mirrors up, put the flooring in. That Marley, for any of you who've ever seen like one shoe print on Marley, it can't get dirty at all, or else it needs to be stripped down and cleaned. So we've got to make sure that everything, all this dust, everything's out of here so the Marley can be clean. I'll show you, there's a piece of Marley in here. So this one is not cleaned at all yet. This is green. The other issue we're finding is that in a couple of the studios, this new patchwork that they did, it's still like it's wobbly. It's still kind of, it's like the glue is not dry yet. Here's a piece of Marley. So we do not want that on where the girls are going to dance, and boys, girls and boys. But yeah, so lots of cleaning to do up here, and just some other things, little things as well. But definitely keep getting closer and closer. We noticed in this room, we walked in here and it was super hot because the door was closed. The thermostat doesn't even exist right now. And so this one is just really warm. So we went ahead and propped the door open in this one, but fighting to get the humidity out of the building right now so that hopefully some glue will dry, the paint will dry a little bit better as well. So that's kind of what we're working on right now. We're gonna go downstairs and take a look at the office stuff that we've moved. So that's exciting as well. Like I said, it went really fast. So I couldn't even vlog while we were doing it because it was just done before I could even know what was going on. So here's the waiting room space you guys have seen. This is all stuff that needs to go to the upstairs storage room, which is still dirty and kind of still in construction right now. And so, or the construction zone. So it's hanging out right here for right now. Then got a couple bars over there. We've got a couple random like miscellaneous piles of stuff. This is stuff that I still need to kind of organize, figure out where it goes. It goes in the offices, I just don't know where. This is our business manager office. So we got the desk taken apart, successfully put back together. Josh is missing its little hole cover thing on the front of it. Oh, I see it, it's back there. Yeah, so this is business manager's office. Stuff to go through and organize. Chairs are in here, filing cabinets in here. And then my office is down here. So that's stuff that I need to organize and go through. Today, I'm gonna start working on that today. Hopefully get as much done as I can. And then my desk over here. Oh, Josh is taking over my office. So yeah, funny story here if you're wondering, you know, what the deal with this is and why we would do something like this. It just, budget-wise, it was a place that we could cut, you know, ideally, this whole door would have went away and, you know, we would have patched over it and drywalled and everything, but that added up because we were doing that with a lot of doors, and so we were able to cut, save some money by just leaving these doors in. So for my office, this door will just always be closed. I'll probably even, you know, put furniture or something kind of in front of that so that it's obvious that that one stays closed, and leave it locked all the time. And then we'll just use the one door to come in and out. Business manager's office will be the same as well. So yeah, that just came down to budget, unfortunately, but yeah. To organize some things, but we're getting closer and closer. Offices will get moved over here. We can get CFU, our local utility company, out and get our phones switched over and internet switched and all that good stuff, now that we have the ability to have the offices here. And so yeah, every day is a little bit closer. What's the next big thing then, babe? The mirrors? Well, mirrors maybe. Next weekend. I was gonna say the problem now is that we're having team week over at university, so we can't move any of the existing mirrors quite yet because they're still using them. So yeah, it's kind of again, just a little bit of what comes first, chicken or the egg, trying to get things in an order that makes sense when, you know, you're not in control of what's getting done when, right? You just kind of have to go with it. And so yeah, trying to be as efficient as we possibly can, kind of in an inefficient situation. But at this point, we don't have any concerns that this won't be done and ready for classes starting September 10th, which is like our real hard date. So just for any of you working on construction or having construction coming up, one thing I will mention is, the planned date that this was supposed to be finished was August 1st. And we were shooting for, maybe August 15th, 18th, worst case scenario. We're now at August, what is it today, 27th? And so we're still not done. So just kind of keep that in mind, that you're going to want to make sure that, we knew in our heads that really the hard date was September 10th. So, and we're going to be real close to that hard date, even though we're talking about a month and 10 days past when it was actually supposed to be done. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you give yourself some wiggle room. For us, we needed to, because we sold 6 studios worth of classes, and at our current location, we only have 3. And so we have to have it done by September 10th. So we needed that wiggle room in between, because we really didn't have the choice. Team week, we're able to make it work, but come September 10th, we will not be able to make it work here or at the old place. So yeah, I might vlog a little bit. I will go back over to university, so I might show you what it looks like right now for team week, what they're doing there this week. It's kind of sad looking, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty bare. There's like nothing on the walls. Everything's taken down. But the core of it, the subfloor, the Marley, the mirrors, they're still there, which is really what the teams need this week. So their needs are being met and they're gonna be fine, but it is a little bit sad over there. So I might show you that a little bit later. All right, bye guys. All right guys, so the moment's here, I think. I'm in the building alone. And I'm sitting in my office at my desk. It's put together. I mean, there's still blue tape on it and stuff from moving, but it's put together. Yes, I'm gonna eat lunch here. But my desk is put together. I got my chair. Got chairs in here, and I don't really know what's happening over there. Probably a couch or another little chair or something, or a table and chairs. I don't know yet. But sitting in my office, looking out at the front of the building, see the front sign, back of the front sign, see our neighbors over here, having that, surreal moment. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much to say about it, I guess. I just wanted to kind of document that feeling of sitting down in my office for the first time. We haven't had much for furniture and stuff here until just recently. So I feel like while we've spent a lot of time here, we haven't spent a lot of time sitting, and just it's always been moving and going and walking through, and so getting to sit and kind of eat my lunch here at my desk in my office is a whole new feeling. So I just kind of wanted to take a moment, document it. I can only hope that this journey that I've taken inspires other people, kids, other women, other entrepreneurs. That it doesn't really matter however you can identify and connect with story. But when I first opened, we had 700 square feet total, and now I'm sitting in an office that's probably, I don't know, maybe a quarter of the size. My office is the whole first studio that we had. That's, it's remarkable. It's crazy. It's quite the story of how amazing God is. But I really hope that it can serve as inspiration for some people. I didn't take over a legacy studio. My parents didn't own a studio. My grandparents didn't own a studio. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I have friends who are in that situation. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying I think sometimes we look at businesses who've done very well and are successful, and we make assumptions, right? We say, oh, they must have, must be second generation, third generation, or more. They must have a spouse that makes a lot of money that can support them, or they must, right? And we make this whole list of like all these things that they must have been given, or they must be, in like, they have that we don't have, right? And, I was just a kid who struggled in school, struggled with reading, spent a lot of time in a chapter 1 reading room as an elementary student, and, paid my own way through college, and, loved dance and loved teaching and loved education and loved working with kids, and, just really tried to listen to what God was telling me when he was calling me different directions. And here we are. And it's absolutely amazing. But you just kind of have to go with the flow and go with the journey and let it lead you where it's supposed to. But on all accounts, I shouldn't have probably went to college. Didn't really have the money for it, and didn't really have what my teachers would have said, probably the academic abilities for it. And I ended up graduating with 2 degrees, spent 5.5 years in undergrad for 2 different degrees and a minor, and open to business, and basically have accumulated the knowledge of a master's in business at this point, for running a business for 16 years. And it's just, I don't know, I hope that it serves as inspiration for, the world can look at you and say, you should be this, you should do that, you shouldn't do this, you probably can't do that. And I hope that my story is something that people can look at and go, if she can do it, I can do it. Because that's absolutely the case. I'm nothing special. I wasn't given anything. I actually gave up my apartment, and I lived with my grandparents when I was 22 so that I could open my business. And, did so for quite a few years there at the beginning. And yeah, so you can do it. It's a lot of hard work and it's a lot of sacrifice, but if you're not scared of that, you really can do anything that you want to. And I hope that I'm living proof of that. And I really hope that there's so many blessings and gifts in this building and in this space. The obvious ones, right? The kids that will get to come and be in the space and take dance classes and take art classes and take all the things, obvious, right? The families that get to come and connect with each other, great. But I hope there's this underlying one as well where these kids grow up, and I want them to know my story more, which I'm going to work on how do I do that? How do I make sure that these kids know that I was a struggling reader? I really struggled in school. My parents did not pay for college for me. Those types of, how do I tell that to them in hopes that it inspires them that it doesn't matter what your circumstances are. It doesn't matter what you've been given. Like, you can make whatever it is you want to make for yourself, your community, the people around you. Okay, I'm really rambling, so I'm going to stop. But having that moment here as I sit in the office for the first time on a very beautiful Sunday, Iowa late summer afternoon, and, just enjoying the things that I've been blessed with, and the hard work and the sacrifices of the past 15 going on 16 years. So anywho, and of course I couldn't do it without the help of my loved ones around me, my parents, and my brother, and my husband, of course. So many people that help, and supportive families at the studio who, they were here moving today. Like, we really have a great community that's been built here, and I'm extremely proud of it. I feel extremely fortunate to have it. We do have a few flies in here from leaving the doors propped open for moving and stuff, and at open house week, so gotta get the fly problem under control. But so anyway, it's truly amazing, and hopefully it is inspiring for years and years and years and years to come, the journey that has taken place here. All right, well, like I said, I'll probably, once I get back over to university where the girls are dancing tonight, I will probably do a little bit of vlogging there so you can just see what it's like. But my goal is for today to go through some boxes and unpack things and get my desk kind of set back up. You know, it's just blank right now. So kind of get things set back up so at least, maybe not decorations, but like paperwork. If I do need to find something last minute, I'm not going, oh my God, what boxes? I didn't digging through boxes. So I at least would like to get some paperwork out and back into the places that it was on my desk so that I can find it. All right, well, we'll see you over at university in a little bit, guys. All right, update. What I've got done in the last little bit. Desk is put together, basically, more or less. Yeah? This space, just a little bit, there's like a random bag of stuff here that I'm not sure where I want that to go. A couple empty boxes that just need to get broken down. And then I put random stuff that doesn't really match in places that I need to work on matching. But I wanted to show you a couple thoughts here. So, in this corner, I've got room for a file cabinet, which we need another file cabinet, so that'll be perfect. I think probably kind of right here. And then I have these books from like my old college professors that are now retired, have been giving me their old book collections. And so I'm thinking, I was like, I need a bookcase, almost like a corner bookcase. And then I remembered the current corner shelf in the pink studio is the original shelf that we bought to put the stereo system on in 2008 when I opened. And so I think that's going to come in here and get books and stuff on it because we don't really need it anymore in the studio. So yeah, I think that's going to go there. So that'll be perfect. And then over here, I have a lot of room, which we knew and I wanted, because I wanted it to almost be like a mini conference room in here too. We have a conference room as well, but just to be able to have small meetings in here with people and be comfortable, or, you know, have my family, my kids are going to be here a lot and stuff. So have room for people to be in here. And so we did, I believe, buy an extra couch. And so I think that will go in here for now. And then the thought process is if something happens to one of them, then we'll have an extra matching one. And then we can buy a non-matching one for in here. And then maybe, I don't know, like a little small circular table and chairs or something in this corner. I'm not sure yet. That out. But I just wanted to show you kind of what got done. So that's pretty exciting. I'm actually going to sit down. I've got some computer work to do. So the computer's up and going. So I'm going to do just a few things here quick and then head over to university. But wanted to give you guys an update, and then I'll update you once we get over there. All right, I asked them if they wanted to be on the vlog. They said yes. Say hi, everybody. Hi. All right, so we have our minis just coming in to join us too. So it's team week, and like I said, unfortunately we aren't able to be at Nordic, but we are here back at university. In a minute, I'll walk you around and show you kind of how sad looking it is. You can kind of see it's just so blank. But yeah, so they wanted to be on the vlog quick, so they're saying hi. All right, and then I'll show you a little tour in a second. Say bye, guys. Bye. All right, guys, so while they're all in there doing their thing with their teachers, I'm gonna show you a little bit around this space. It's pretty well emptied. We've got the ballet bars are taken off. So they're kind of hanging out of the way for safety reasons, obviously. It's just kind of a blank slate, but we still have, you know, the floors and the mirrors over here. So this is what they really needed for this week to knock out a bunch of choreography. So while it looks different and it looks a little sad, got, you know, just kind of boxes and stuff everywhere. Not a lot of furniture out here, and parking lot, so I'm not going to show you that, but yeah, they're just kind of, they're all still intact as studios, just all of the extra pictures and all that stuff are gone. So, But yeah, all right guys, it's gonna wrap up the vlog for today. We will see you guys soon. Bye.